So this player got to Grandmaster 3, which is a pretty high rank, just playing Rocket, and on top of that, didn't do any damage. He didn't even shoot any enemies within his whole grind. And today we're going to go over a game that he played where he got 50 plus assists. I'll go over how he done that and pretty much just how to play Rocket. Rocket's one of them people that some people seem to really hate, like Tim the Tapman.
Jay, he has 85 hours on Rocket. 85 hours on Rocket.
Why out of all the supports you play
85 hours on one character, bro. And it's Rocket. That should be bannable.
Okay, I'm not sure about banning someone for playing one character a lot. Well, they're not quite as bad as people seem. But that's why I wanted to make this video, because I've seen that video of Tim Tapman. I've seen someone post saying this guy got to Grandmaster 3, and I put them together and thought, why not make a video and see how it does, watch a bit of gameplay myself. I play a lot of Punisher myself, so me having a Rocket is very, very handy, and I know how useful that is. Rocket is probably the only person you could do this with because of how good he comes with like assisting your team with his like damage buffs and his healing, but honestly, this may have been a little bit boring for the actual guy playing no damage Rocket, but the people that were on his team must have loved the crap out of this, especially people playing Punisher and Bucky. In a minute, we're going to go over a whole game of them playing where I'm talking about it, breaking down how he's doing well, and you can see we'll just quickly go over his stats. So we've played this season 28.8 hours. And that is overall, most of it being on Rocket, as you can see. 24 hours on Rocket, and also this is a Lord Rocket. You don't see many of them, only one I've actually seen. And I'm on all modes right now. If I go to competitive, you can see that he's played 111 matches and won 72 of them, which is a pretty high percentage. I'll put the percentage on screen here because I can't work out in my head right now. But as you can also see, 0 KOs, final hits 0, damage 0. Literally no damage. The only thing that he shoots is like onks and things that are destroyable. If the other team plays something and you can destroy it, then he will shoot it because it doesn't count for damage. But he just literally never shot another player, which actually takes a lot of like control. I think you just have to accept your death occasionally and just not shoot, even if someone's won. Just accept that you're going to die. But the main stats here I think we're going to look at. Average 10 minutes, he is doing 26,000 healing. And he's also done 3 million healing in ranked this season. He's played 111 games, as I said, won 72 of them, and got 3,532 assists. And in a minute, you'll see why that is. And just to show the game that I watched, if you do go onto the history, you can see the history of games, but the way that theatre mode works in this game is very, very good. So this game here, which is his competitive Grandmaster 3, he got plus 21, is the game that we'll be reacting to here, and you can see he got 53 assists. Good placement of that revive beacon there. People always like forget to replace it and stuff, and it's just like, yeah, that's a good placement for that. Oh, he's powered out. I think he's definitely got comms with the Punisher, but I'm not sure if he has comms with the Bucky at the same time. It's crazy how fast Rocket gets his ult back as well. Like I know he's just healing, he's not even shooting anyone, so if he was actually shooting people as well, it would come like obviously quicker again. But as soon as he gets his ult, he pretty much uses it, and as you can see here, it works perfectly. They managed to push through, just get the extra damage on people they need to. Revive beacon down, see? The Lord logo actually looks pretty cool for Rocket as well. I never really noticed that before. Don't think I've ever seen that until watching this gameplay back, to be honest. He's just powered up Punisher again. Such a good ult from the other team, but it didn't kill them. Probably went a bit too in there, to be honest. They kind of used it and then just got deleted. The ult was good from the Namor. The other team have a Rocket as well, but it looks like it is over. That's a friendly ult from the Rocket. Every time he seems to get the ult, they get a little bit of extra damage, and then he uses the Q as well, where you can actually power up everyone. Sadly, we get Moon Knighted. Oh, I like that he does still shoot all like the onks and stuff that's like damageable, but he doesn't shoot any people. It is quite entertaining to watch. I know that his gun's not great anyway, but still, it's good to see it. Punisher getting up on that turret. He should put his, there we go, he's powered Punisher up there. Punisher does good work, takes his shotgun out and kills him pretty much because Rocket has powered him up. Cheeky relay down. I like that he just keeps up to date, like you don't just leave it in one place or hope that it's still where it was kind of thing. He just chucks a new one down in a safe area. It is good. And they should get this one here. He's almost got his Z key again, which is the power up. So he's probably going to walk in here and probably get some try and get early damage on these people, push him back a bit. There you go, right there. Now, so you can see Punisher just sits right on the edge of it as well. It's good to see. I like watching this because I've been playing a lot of Punisher recently. I like playing people that can shoot, and I am going to try and make some more gameplay on Marvel Rival stuff soon. But I've seen this. He actually dies again there. I think a Bucky came up behind him. Not much you can do about a Bucky that comes up behind you and manages to grapple you in, to be fair. That's a tough one. But yeah, I've been a lot of Punisher, so any Rocket on my team, I've been like loving it. It's been great. So I thought reacting to something like this, where it's just a Rocket doing crazy work, and also seeing that Tim the Tapman absolutely hates Rocket. He did like a TikTok or like a short thing the other day on how bad he thinks the Rocket is. And honestly, if you're playing Punisher or Bucky and there's a Rocket on your team that knows how to play, I honestly think they can carry a team. I think the team up's ridiculously good. It just shreds through anyone, really. It can shred through a whole tank in like a few seconds if you get it right. And he's got his ult again, and instantly uses it. And every time he uses his ult, it seems that they do get punished for it, because obviously it gives you your whole team a damage boost is getting hit by that. As you can see, the little lasers coming off it, and yeah, as you can see, they pick people up. I think their Bucky got 2 and their Punisher got 1 there. Then he chucks down the power-up beacons in front of them just straight after the ult. So there's constantly powered up. You can almost like constantly power up your team here. And that ult just got used, and he's already on 10%. Punisher just got revived on the left there because of his revive beacon as well, which is actually huge at this point. He just gets to revive him, and he can instantly ult. And let's see if he picks up any kills here. Even if he doesn't, you know he's dealing good damage. He kills 1 there, he kills 2 there. So kills 3 there. Okay, so he pretty much at the end of the game there. The Punisher dies. Rocket manages to revive him straight away because he puts his little beacon down, whatever it's called, his revive beacon. Punisher comes back, ults instantly, gets triple, and they win. It's solid work. It is solid work. Almost 25,000 healing. And right now he has 28 assists. And you can really see where that comes from. I love that he doesn't even shoot as well. It's so good. I'll try and skip between their POVs, see if I can get a bit of clips of Punisher actually getting powered up, because it is actually crazy how well he gets powered up from this. You should power him up now, because it doesn't happen. The turret doesn't matter when you get powered up, but this is the Punisher getting powered up by him. As you can see, that it's like a hit scan AR that is perfect. This is perfect aiming, does damage to a ridiculous level. Also works with the shotgun as well. The shotgun's a bit less useful because it's like more risky, but the amount of damage you can output with that thing is crazy, and that is why Rocket is getting so many assists. Obviously Bucky's also doing this, but the Bucky one is not quite as good as the Punisher one. Like, his gun is just not as good at range, it's not as hit scan, and you do run out, well, you don't run out of bullets because it is unlimited ammo. But the Punisher, wise, teaming up with Rocket, I think is genuinely incredible. Punisher's actually on the turret right now, so there's no point powering someone up if they're on the turret, because it doesn't actually make a change. But as soon as he comes down, power the boy up. And it's just like a replay of what we did just now, basically. So if I just head over to this guy, like the damage output. I didn't actually look how much damage the Punisher has. I will look at the end and see how much output of damage he actually gets, because it'll be crazy. And as soon as the unlimited ammo is gone, he then does the power up, so that's Rocket's ult, and then you get the Punisher ult come out just like this and rip through a lot of damage. He gets a kill there, gets 2 kills there. It's funny because Rocket, the way that he works on here, it's kind of like you rely on other people a bit. See, Magneto just ults there, and they both avoid it. The Punisher used his smoke, and Rocket just uses dash to get out of the way of that. And there's another really good thing about Rocket that I think a lot of people don't appreciate as much. I think Rocket and Jeff, as in healers, they can get out of pretty much any situation. If you're a good Rocket, you can run at walls with that tiny ass hitbox of his. He is very, very difficult to kill. The same as Jeff when he just presses LB, or well, LB on Xbox, where he can just go underground and he just heals himself while moving extra speed, he can climb walls. It just goes crazy, to be honest. And I honestly don't know if the other team even going to get past this point because they are defending it very well. There's hardly been any picks this whole game so far. It's good. You can see, I'm pretty sure the Punisher and the Rocket are talking. I'm not sure about the Bucky. The Punisher you can tell because as soon as he uses his turret and he gets off his turret, Rocket will then put down his Z, his unlimited ammo buff. And there you go. It's right. Actually, that's his ult. And then he puts down the buff as well. He actually picks up a revive. Oh no, that's the other team. That's the other team. No one's really died on Rocket's team this one. So like, Punisher just takes out a couple there with his ult. The Punisher also picks up MVP. Although, should the Rocket really get MVP? Let's have a look at the stats. Right, so on the other team, you've got the Zaz guy who was the Punisher, 50 for 7. Picks up 19 final hits and 26,000 damage. Accuracy of 33%. Then you also have the Bucky, who also picked up, what was that, 25 kills for 5 deaths. Pretty decent as well. But the main thing here, no damage Rocket, my guy right there. 53 assists. He has got 53 assists with 37,500 damage. Not damage, healing, no damage at all. Accuracy of 47%, and that's just throwing your little bubbles down. I don't think you can really get judged on that accuracy because they literally bounce. That's a weird one for me. But yeah, as you can see, no damage, and he did, in a way, he kind of carries the DPS characters. If you play a Bucky and a Punisher, he can hard carry you. Like I think it's every 45 seconds, you get that buff, and the buff does go crazy. Whenever you use that buff, if you use it at the right time and you're in a safe place to use it, or you're coming with the actual Rocket, you can take people out every single time. You can take at least like 2 healers out or 1 tank every single time if you can aim. Honestly, the Punisher, Rocket, and Bucky kind of team up, I think is one of the crazier ones in the game. It might be the second best. I don't think it's quite as good as the Iron Man Gamma one, but if you ever see an Iron Man on the other team and you're playing Punisher, you can take them out the sky so easily because you have that Rocket buff. It literally is so easy, you hardly even have to aim at all because they're already dead. I'd recommend trying out Rocket if you're not so much of a shooter, or Punisher and try and get someone that plays Rocket or as a support character like one of your friends to buff you, because if you can shoot straight on Punisher and you have a Rocket, you can carry a whole team. And that is what shows here. I'm pretty sure the no damage Rocket guy wasn't solo queuing. I'd say he was probably queuing with this Punisher, maybe even more of that team. I don't know if it's a full team or what, but they are obviously a good team here. Getting into Grandmaster free with no damage on one of your teammates is pretty good, but when you're picking up 53 assists in one game, that just goes crazy. And just before we get to the end of this video, I just want to tell you a couple of tips or little things you might not know about Rocket. I like to end the video with something a little bit more learny, so here you go. First of all, Rocket's gun is terrible at range. So if you come back here and you try and shoot one of these, look how much damage your thing actually takes, right? It's pretty much a whole 45 clip of the gun. If you are to move in quite a lot closer within this kind of range, it kills within half of that. So Rocket at range, his damage is pretty much useless anyway. But I'm not sure of how many people knew that. Like, if you see a Rocket over here trying to shoot you, it doesn't really matter. Like, they can't do much about you. But if you see a Rocket at real close range, you can be a little bit scared because they actually inflict quite high damage. And my second tip, if you are going to run up a wall or anything like that, obviously if you're a Rocket, you can jump into a wall and you can just run up like this. So I'll try and use this as an example. If you go to run up the wall, as soon as you start running up it here, just hit the dash button. So if I just go up to it and then hit the dash, look how far you kind of fly, and you can end the slow fall quite easily, but it's a really good way to get away people, because you literally go from that position to the top of that in like half a second, maybe less time than that, because the dash is very, very strong. That's just 2 things that I recommend you doing. Let me know what you thought of this video. I've not actually done a video quite like this one, so let me know if you want me to do more, because it's quite fun actually watching other people play, and you always learn something from a video like this. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, do what you feel like doing, and peace out for now.